What's going on, good people? Welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
We're excited to film our third video, y'all. This is our third video. I hope the previous two have helped y'all. We appreciate all the love once again, all the love, the support from everyone. Keep the questions coming. This show is a show of the people. We answer all the questions that you all send in, so make sure that you keep the questions coming. We'll be able to continue to deliver these videos to you all.
Right, so welcome everybody to No Longer Single. That's No Longer Single spelled with a K. So that's K-N-O-W, Longer Single. So we'll go ahead and get right into the question for today. And the question is there a difference between dating and courtship? And who should be paying for dates?
That's a good question. Dating and courtship. I know they sound like synonyms, like they mean the same thing, but they're actually two very distinct periods of a relationship. Dating is what you do first. Dating comes before courtship. Dating is that time period where you first meet a person, you call each other up, you text, say you want to go to such and such, let's go get something to eat, have a couple drinks. That time period from first meeting until you become an exclusive official couple with a title, that's dating. And it's very distinct roles from going back to the question, who pays for what during each time period.
Courtship is that phase after you all have dated. You decide, hey, I actually like this person. I want to get into a committed relationship with them. So once you are in a committed relationship with someone, you are then in the courting phase. So an easy way to remember what courtship is basically a period when you are heading to court, right? So when you go to court, what does that mean?
In the legal document.
Right, you get legal documents. You are considering marrying that person that you are now in a committed relationship with. So
doesn't always work out like that.
Yeah, it doesn't. Of course, it doesn't always work out that way, but essentially, when anyone gets into a committed relationship and when you're courting, initially that's initially somebody that you are possibly thinking about marrying.
To answer your question about who pays for what, in the dating phase, fellas, if you're anything like me, I guess you can consider me old school. I believe that a man should ask a woman on a date. That's just me. Y'all can call me old school, y'all can call me misogynistic, whatever y'all want to call it. I'm not going to be too thrilled if a woman come up and ask me on a date. Because to me, you just seem very, very thirsty. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know how many other dudes you asking. I don't know how many other guys you going up asking on dates. So that's just my opinion. But anyway, fellas, back to who should be paying for what. In the dating phase, man, fellas, I believe you should be paying for the dates. You should be paying for the dates. I honestly believe that that's a part of the dating game. Spending money. You have to spend some money in order to play the game. You got to pay to play, as they say. And at the end of the day, if your budget isn't to the place where you can afford to be taking a woman on dates, then you shouldn't be dating. You shouldn't be dating. And fellas, we got to stop getting upset at women because they have a certain level that they want to be dated on. If a woman wants to be dated on, she wants to be able to go to steak dinners every night, every weekend. She wants to be able to go, she wants you to be able to take her on trips, take her to nice cocktail bars, things of that nature. If you can't afford to take her on dates, you can't be upset with her because your budget doesn't meet her standard of dating. So you really only have two choices when you're dating, fellas. Either you can find a woman that's okay with your budget for dating and date her, or you need to go back and get your money together and go back and try to holler at the woman whose dating level was above your budget at first. But we gotta stop getting upset and bashing women because they have a standard. They have a right to have a standard of how they want to be dated. So fellas, we gotta get that together, man. Spending money is part of the game, man. Every woman you date, just because you spend some money on her, does not mean she owes you something, man. You just gotta charge her to the game. Every woman you're going to date on is not going to be your wife. She's not going to let you take her home and take her to bed because you took her to a nice restaurant. We gotta quit thinking like that. That is part of the game. if you can't afford to lose a few dollars on a woman, the relationship isn't gonna go anywhere. Then you are not ready to be dated.
Yeah. I think that's a good answer to the question for the man, and I think that was good to point out. But I will say, for the women, I think it's important for us also to meet people where they are and where you are. So I'm not saying that women should lower their standards of dating, but here's the thing. If you have been dating someone and you pick up your phone, ladies, and you text this man and you say, hey, would you like to meet up for drinks? Or would you like to go see this game? At that point, my opinion is you should be prepared to pay for that date because you're doing the asking at that point. And that's okay to do. I think a lot of women have a problem with this role, the gender role thing with dating, like who should pay for what. But if you are reaching out to someone and you're asking for someone to give you their time, then you should be willing to pay for that time. Period, point blank.
Amen. Amen.
Right. And then I also have to say this as well. Ladies, we have to stop putting such hard standards on men that we can't personally provide for ourselves. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't want to have nice things or you shouldn't want to go somewhere nice, but if the role was reversed and you asked him, hey, would you like to go out for a steak dinner, then you should be able to afford that steak dinner. I'm sorry, and maybe that's my personal opinion. I don't know how everybody else thinks, and I'm not telling anyone to, drop their own personal standards, but you can't ask something of someone that you can't provide for yourself.
I completely agree with that. And we're not telling you that you should never try to date up. I believe everybody should attempt to date up. Mm-hmm. But what we're saying, you can't bash another person for something that you can't do for yourself. Because we got a lot of women out there, God can't take them to where they want to go, and they want to start talking about the man broke and this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, I got a story I can tell y'all. There was this one woman, I do finances. I help people with their finances, with their credit, that type of stuff. So I'm helping her with her finances. Her finances jacked up. They're tore up right now. She was in a place, we trying to get her to a better place. But right now, in that moment, her finances were tore up. And she was explaining to me how she thought she was ready to love again. She had recently been divorced. She thought she was ready to love again. This, that, and the third. So I sat back and I asked her one question. I asked her, so would you date a man that had the exact same financial situation as you are in right now? And she couldn't. And she all she could do was just sit there and look at me because she knew she wouldn't date a man. So women, if you are in a place, and same thing for the fellas, if you are in a place where you would date someone in that exact same position as you, why would you expect somebody to date you? Why would you expect, especially if they have more than you, why would you expect them to date you? I know we all seen the movie Made in Manhattan. This ain't Jennifer Lopez with a rich Wall Street millionaire gonna come save the maid and scoop up. Look, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not very probable. So we gotta quit putting standards on people that we can't meet ourselves. That's all we say. Don't bash people that aren't meeting standards that we aren't even meeting ourselves.
Right. And then I guess we would have to segue back into the idea of courtship. So like when you're in that phase of courtship now, you guys are in a committed relationship. I think a question of who pays for what in that phase also comes up. But in that phase, at that point, you guys are in a committed relationship. So that I can't really answer that question for somebody. That's going to be a question that you have to figure that out in your own relationship.
It's between both of y'all.
It's between the two of you guys. Like, how are you going to handle, still going out on dates while you're in your courtship phase? Who's going to pay for what? I know in our relationship, no matter where we go, he's always going to attempt to pay. But there's situations where I'll jump in and say, I can take care of this. Don't worry about it. So that's what we chose to do in our relationship. But I can't tell anybody else to do that during their phase of courtship.
Correct. We don't get into other people's relationship. One thing that may work for one couple may not work for another couple. At that point in time, you guys are trying to build your relationship to the point of marriage and building a life together. So we're not able to tell you what you should and should do with your as far as who pays for what. I know my personal standard, like she said, I believe a man should pay for the majority of stuff. And fellas, we gotta be secure enough to let our woman know, hey, right now I need some help. I'm down right now. I can't pay for this right now. If you're gonna do something, you're gonna have to help me out. We gotta be secure enough to let her know that. And at the end of the day, that's y'all's relationship. Y'all do what works for the two of you, and don't let other people influence your relationship.
So I hope that answered the question. Thank you guys for sending in the question. We really appreciate it. So that'll be the conclusion, I guess, to this video. Don't forget, y'all, you know we have to say this every time. Don't forget to like, share, watch, comment, subscribe.
Tell your mama, your sister,
all of that. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, we're on Facebook, and then also here on YouTube. Again, if you have any if you have any questions on love, life, or relationships, please email us at nolongersingle@gmail.com, and that's no spelled with a K, K-N-O-W, longer single, and we will reply back with a video for you. So, thank you guys.
Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.